All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you Radio 2 students, part-timers, right? H Radio 223 part-timers. Welcome to lesson 64 and 65 for this week. Again, at the moment I speak, I need some water. Give me a second, please. Word. Okay. All right. We are so again, just as a side note, we will still have a contact. Obviously, we have contact class next week, Saturday, which is the last day before your formative week, right? Please note that 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock on Saturday morning. Right. All right. But for now, let's quickly close up on this. I think it's maybe I'm not too sure. I don't think maybe it's the last lesson. I haven't looked at 66 just yet, but we are moving along and putting the two, as you can see, are two lessons in one. So promotions and cume builders, execution and strategies from Next Level Radio, Chapter 6. 6.4 play along with the play along factor, page 227 to 228. So that's not a lot of content, I'm saying, within the textbook itself. There is a reference to it that you're going to see, I'm saying, to the textbook itself here, which I'm not going to go through in the video. Please have a look at the example itself. What I'm rather going to do is go through my own example here, where I told you, and this is the one that I constructed. So the previous one, we just, well, I say we, me, myself, and I, quickly, customize a ChatGPT, whatever it is, like output of a just a simple briefing, so that you can get a bit of an idea. And this is the one that is something that I worked on with the HBAR students last year. Just updated here, you can see 2025, and we are going to have a look at the version, because you obviously noticed within the previous one, right? A full so a fully written instruction briefing for a competition here. So I'm not going to go through obviously all 5 days, and there are just some options for you to try and do, some activations for yourself. Nice little things here, like for example, figure out your own activation or motion for a year's bursary. Expert professionals that come to and guide in the process, come to Boston and guide in the process. Here's another one. Spend a day with your industry idol. Open career day. 1,000 Rand, Benmore Shopping Center. So that's Benmore Santon. Yeah, as you know, because you are the part of the Santon group. Chris, think about 5 days, right? So one every single day, five winners. What is your go-to coping mechanism to get through the first week on campus? So tie into Benmore for product activation. And then there's a mentorship program collaborating with the SABC. So everything is, so these ideas are obviously student driven, right? Very cool ones that you can just have as a springboard for you to go and practice what you see here to its full extent, right? Take it very easy as you start to create your own promos. It is a lot of work, but it's got to start somewhere, right? Okay. And once again, please don't use AI for you to actually learn. Just look at the example, look at your textbook, right? And then start to move from there. Should you need any help, for sure, I can't stop you from using the internet. That's there. And again, in terms of, please, no AI, obviously, is forbidden when it comes to your formative assessments. But otherwise, I don't see why you would, the difference between, again, researching on the net and maybe having ChatGPT help you out a little bit more with explanations or ideas or whatever it may be, that of your own kind that you want to go and expand on or maybe polish up. Okay. All right. So we will, again, we're going to go through this example, I think, not I think I know, at the end of this particular lesson here. So and then for you as well, just to note that, again, that's on page 224, case study XFM 2018, the ultimate Q builder. What were we saying in the previous lesson? We want to be able to increase the number of listeners every single day that listen to our station. So so our cumulative numbers, right, can grow. for the station, right? Okay, this is the number that you see that when you look at the BRC Rams, et cetera, and we are trying to not a try. Well, I mean, obviously it's a flooded number. I keep saying this. I know, repeating myself, but that's the cumulative number, right? The whole number of the 7 days added together, right? The P7D number. All right, let's come to this particular one again. We're going to revisit this site. I'm going to go to it now in just a moment, and I would like you to have a look at how certain ones that I'm going to play. I know we played certain ones in class. I'm going to play maybe one or two, right? How does it entertain the passive listener? Did it or did it not? Okay, so I'll pick one of the longer ones. Right, engage the radio contest and research participants, increase digital interactions. So the possibility for that, we can't obviously tell because they don't really say in some of them whether or not they did use some kind of social activation, social media activation with that, and would it increase our cumes at the end of the day? So if I head on over to the site, here it is once again. You might recognize it from our like our online class. I want to go to something that I don't think we played. Maybe this one. Let's see.
Sunroof, we're breezing south, driving to Fresno, California, and the excitement and enthusiasm at KSKS-FM.
Phrase that pays.
Yes, it's the Dr. Pepper phrase that pays. We're going to give you a phrase. And later on in the show at any time, we're going to ask you for that phrase that Tom says. You repeat it back to us word for word, and you will win an 8-gig iPod Touch custom emblazoned from Dr. Pepper, a Dr. Pepper custom t-shirt, and, oh, this is amazing, a $50 gift card.
50?
50. 50. To Carl's Jr.
Oh, from Carl's Jr. That's not bad. Okay.
No.
All right.
And Carl's Jr. has something kind of cool going on right now. They're giving away 6 2010 Chevy Camaros.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
You can actually enter online at drpeppercamaro.com.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here's your phrase that pays. If you have your crayon ready, write this down. Exactly. Better not spill my Dr. Pepper while driving my 2010 Chevy Camaro. You have to do it exactly like that.
Yeah. One more time.
Better not spill my Dr. Pepper while driving my 2010 Chevy Camaro. Got a little cough in there. A little water in the gas. You know how that does, upsets the internal organs. Okay, there it is. Write it down. When we ask you to call in, you have to repeat the phrase that pays, and you're going to win the complete prize package.
An 8-gig iPod Touch, a Dr. Pepper custom t-shirt, and a $50 gift card to Carl's Jr.
Good luck from KISS.
Let's rev it up again.
And
you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's
Are
do
you
the
ready?
Phrase that pays, baby.
Dr. Pepper, phrase that pays. We gave you a phrase earlier this morning that you are supposed to repeat to us word for word. Sound effect for sound effect.
Let's see how good you are.
And we want you to call us up, 247-5000, if you know that phrase, to try and win the 8-gig iPod Touch, the Dr. Pepper custom t-shirt, and the $50 Carl's Jr. gift card.
Call now. Good luck from KISS.
It's time to do the Dr. Pepper phrase that pays.
Hello, KISS Country. Can you tell us the phrase that pays?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Better not spill my Dr. Pepper while driving my 2010 Chevy Camaro. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Wait a minute. You just said vroom, vroom, vroom.
Vroom, 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 hurry.
Good enough.
That's better.
What's your name?
Holly.
Hey, what town do you live in?
Fresno.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've won the 8-gig iPod Touch custom emblazoned from Dr. Pepper custom t-shirt, and a $50 Carl's Jr. gift card.
Awesome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Great. Okay. So the immediate crit that I do have about this, the only one really, is that that particular client must be really upset because as you heard the male present, he's like, oh, that's kind of cool, or that's sort of nice, whatever it is in the beginning, and you are not allowed to do that. You can't be like apathetic as to a prize and a sponsor that's giving you money, etc., etc. It doesn't matter whether it's a free cup of coffee or it's an actual car, right? You gotta be like, this is amazing. Get your this is the coffee, man. This is a great way to start your day. Or if I know that it's September, it feels like it feels like 3 years on from now, September, working every single day. I don't know, that sounds ridiculous, but you understand. Maybe it's only Monday, but it feels like it's been like no, what I'm gonna say? Yeah, it's been 3 weeks of Mondays in a row. That makes sense, right? And we are going to give you a free cup of coffee, right? Courtesy of Mug and Bean. I don't know. We'd rather probably get like Starbucks or something. Right, start your day. I'll give you a code. In the moment that you get the code, just go into your nearest Starbucks and just give them the code. They'll give you a free cup of coffee. Blah 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 blah. Thanks, Starbucks, etc. 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 Right. Obviously, I'm flying from the hip here. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm sorry, not sorry. Right. Obviously, I get the idea a lot. It might be a lot smoother. It would be smoother. Should I just put it to pen to paper, right? But okay, you can't. My point is that look, if it's like I say, a cup of coffee or it's a car, you have to be invested. Big thing, right? Otherwise, so we're critting again here, and let's quickly just hop on back here and see the possibilities for what did we entertain the passive listener? Sure, obviously the woman that phoned in, she vroom the way there, whatever it may be, nice and simple and easy. And also, again, she wins. Not a big reaction, no, and I'll tell you why, particularly because they obviously had her on the line. She does know that she's obviously going to win. If she says the phrase correctly, which she probably had already, because they must have obviously what is it not like previewed her. Oh, there's a word I'm looking for. Anyway, but you understand, before she was put on air. Yeah, okay, fine. It's not a massive prize, but really what they should have pushed a lot is that she goes into their draw. It's a brand new Camaro. That is insane, right? So pushing that on and saying like things like, for example, I mean, have you ever driven? I think it's a Camaro that they said there, right? A Camaro, and is it could it be maybe one of your dream cars, or maybe is it a dream car only now because you could get it for doing absolutely nothing but investing in Dr. Pepper and so on and so on, right? So there's a lot of ways that they could have really engaged that particular winner. And of course, the passive listener loves that kind of really, really, so kind of magnetic, but also kind of spark like, so boom, like, fiery interaction as well. You really can make, again, so if you think as a prize or content slash or a listener or anything you do on radio is only as small as you as a DJ decides it could or should or is, right? So please remember that, right? Engage the radio contest and research participants. Of course, we like we did hear them do that. Once again, they did engage a person that did win there as well. Let's say on digital interaction, we did not hear throw forward or whatever it is, to be able to say, okay, well, listen, yeah, like if you do go see our X account or our Facebook account predominant, or even let's say some kind of video on TikTok slash Instagram. Doesn't matter. The point is that the real the content that is posted to social media, right, would be something like giving them a bit of a clue as to what time maybe they should be looking. So between let's say 4 and 5. I'm not going to say anything more than that because you got to stay tuned. Where someone on radio will have to will be hearing something a bit different, and saying any time throughout the show. Don't forget that we will be running this particular competition, or you will hear the sound of this, or whatever it may be, right? So there is a lot of ways. There are a lot of ways, should I say, that we can go and create something digital that doesn't necessarily give away a reason, give away a reason or the reason to not tune in, or to only tune in when the competition actually happens. Really, at the end of the day, what is the title here of the subsection of our slides? It is about queue building, right? We want the listener to listen longer, right? And increase that listenership. Okay, so I'm not going to go in as depth, maybe, but we're going to do something a little shorter. A minute, just in a second here. Let's go down. We did that one. There were some nice ones over here. some meteor ones here. Let's try the 449 one. Okay.
At Woof FM in Dothan, Alabama, they were woofing down the Java Chillers.
99.7 Woof FM. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Gloria.
What's
Hi,
going
Gloria.
on, Gloria?
Good morning.
What's up with you today?
On my way to
Where's work?
at the hospital in Geneva.
All right. We appreciate you listening on the way into work. Now, can you say the phrase that I can't say? Sonic Java Chillers.
The Sonic Java Chillers.
That's what we need you to say.
As many times as you possibly can in 9 seconds. We're going to get you qualified for either 2 Sonic gift cards for $20 each, or the iPod Shuffle is up for grabs too.
That would be great.
All right, so let's qualify you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Set, go.
Sonic Java Chillers, 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 Sonic Java Chillers.
Whoa.
I think it was close to 7 or 8.
Yeah, well,
And you have to say the complete phrase.
yes, but
So
you
we're
did
going to
great.
count as many times as you said. We're going to get you qualified. If you'll hang on the phone, we're going to get some information and find out where we can get up with you later on
and
today.
let you know what you got, okay?
Okay.
Okay, girl, tell us what station just made you a winner of some sort from our friends at Sonic.
Woof FM.
99.7 Woof FM. Hi, you are caller 9. Who's this?
Hey, this is Larry Loper.
Larry,
Hey,
what up, man?
Larry!
Hey.
Are you linguistically limber today?
Oh, I stutter pretty bad when I get in a hurry, but I'll try.
I'll try. All right. Well, you'll have 9 seconds to say the phrase I can't say but once without getting tongue-tied. Sonic Java Chillers.
Sonic Java Chiller.
That's what you got to say here. And if you can do it the most, as we said, you get the iPod Shuffle. If you do it, and this is like a you can't lose, because even if you're the worst, you still, because you're calling 9, you get the $20 gift certificate.
But you have to be clear and precise. You can't mess up. You have to say it at least 8 times to beat the current person that we have.
Okay.
All right. Don't want to put pressure on you, Larry.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready, set, go.
Sonic Java Chillers. Sonic Java Chillers. Sonic Java Chillers. Sonic Java Chillers. Sonic Java. Never mind. I ain't going to beat it.
9 seconds. Hey, Larry,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to switch you over to decaf, buddy.
I know it. I had a big cut this morning.
But that's okay. You still get, even, obviously you're not going to win.
The iPod.
Yeah.
But you're still going to get a $20 gift certificate to Sonic.
America's Drive-In.
Hey, that's always cool. I like Sonic.
Larry, we appreciate you tuning in. Tell everybody the station you got cranked up there.
99.7 Woof FM.
99.7 Woof FM. Hi, who's this?
Julie,
Julie, what are you doing this morning, girl?
I am going shopping.
What are you going to get?
Food.
Grocery shopping. So you're not like going to the mall and getting a new outfit or anything.
I wish.
I wish.
All right, well, don't go and get that iPod just yet, because you are caller 9. You could be in the running for it, okay?
Okay.
Do you know how we're doing this?
I don't know if I'm saying it right, though.
Sonic Java
Java
Chillers.
Chillers.
Sonic Java Chillers.
Sonic Java Chillers.
Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you 9 seconds. That's all, 9 seconds to say it as many times as you can.
You have to beat
Clearly.
7 times,
Yeah,
clearly.
beat 7 times.
Okay.
Can
You
you
ready?
feel the excitement in the air? Okay, ready, set, go.
Sonic Java Chillers, 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 Sonic Java Chillers.
Ding, 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 ding,
You
ding,
got
ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding. I think she beat it.
She beat it.
She did?
She beat it.
Girl, you got yourself an iPod Shuffle from the nice folks over
Julie.
at Sonic.
Congratulations. I'm telling you, when we get in that shopping mentality, we can do anything.
Congratulations. We appreciate you tuning in. And thanks to the nice folks over at Sonic. Breakfast at Sonic, America's Drive-In. Tell everybody the station that just made you a winner.
99.7 Whoop FM.
Nice. Okay. So yes, obviously, you know immediately what could be fixed. There's a bit of that weird, awkward silenceness that happens here and there, where the momentum of the competition kind of loses its traction. They do trying to say that though here and there, the presenters are not bad. They're quite cool, but they are doing their job. There was a little bit off mic here, there. The volumes were not, and I'm really just criticizing, but to the T, right? So constructively, though. So it just, my thing is that, a client, what did the client say? The client be like, no, guys, I mean, honestly, can you just like stick to your mics, just stick to a volume, like make it a little bit quicker. And they would definitely say that the winning moment wasn't that, like, for example, like, we shouldn't clap for them. I mean, it's nice for us to do it, like I'm clapping right now, but have a sound effect, like have a winning jingle, that type of stuff, because then that sound alone makes the moment like it's now official. You've done it. There's this great voiceover artist that says you are a winner of this, whatever it is, and they need to come back as they did. Then they do push, obviously, the client, etc., which is the one very good thing about this particular 5 minute link. Well, there was a couple of people in there, so it's not a 5 minute, but a 5 minute piece right here. Is that the client push Sonic Java chillers. Yeah, you see, even it's stuck in my head now. It was done in that way. We have brainwashed, or they have brainwashed. The station is brainwashed in people's minds, that particular phrase. You understand? And also, how else would they do it? The people that said as many times as possible. So then it gets really, 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 really in between, like every little like crevice in your brain. So good on them otherwise, right? And if we go back to, let's say, these things, these points here that were made in terms of strategies, the following example shows a strategy for creating effective promotions that was written for a South African commercial radio station. The aim is simple. 2, 1. Again, entertain the passive listener, to engage radio contests and research participants, and increase digital interaction as well as the listenership. Right. So here's the play along factor, right? Okay, the play along factor. Where is this example? I don't see it. But okay, I'm going to give you, like, we heard some examples regardless. And again, I'm going to show you a nice example that you can go through with me, because you will be able to have the download, right? So, okay. So with obviously Tracy Johnson offers the following ways that we can now ensure that the promotion actually has a robust means just like it's going to stand out. It's got some flavor to it. It's got some life and some character to it, right? An effective play along factor. So very important what we say before, just to recap once again. Listen, like the competition really needs to focus actually on the passive listener first, right? The active listener will automatically be a focus, because it's going to be one of them. They're going to phone in, they're going to interact. But the passive listener, there's so many more of them, right? Every single body else that is listening at that particular moment is a much larger number than that one person that we're doing the competition with, right? So again, we want to make a play along factor for the passive listener to have a good time, right? A nice experience, right? And again, like, even that the one, because it's stuck now, obviously, this repeat the phrase in 9 seconds. You're going to tend to want to try how often you can do it on your own as well within the 9 seconds, and play along, right? All right, so invite participants to make it a game. We don't not call in to win, make it a game, make it fun. Obviously, so please don't get that confused, right? It is, please, you are going to call in to win, but you do, like, you are going to be doing this or that, or make sure that you've done this and that, and whatever it may be, right? So that it becomes interactive. What is a game? We play a game. Ideally, want to enjoy ourselves, right? We play the game because we're interested, or we know that, let's say, we are competent in playing the game, understand, or whatever it may be. And also, there's got to be an end to the game, right? Someone's got to win, right? And the rest, I suppose, are considered losers, right? Which is fine, because we need people. We need people to win, right? And in that way, it is a call to one, right? But we have to. So what we do is just present it in a better way. That everyone likes to. Everyone likes to play a game, right? Everyone likes to play. In general. So invite participation. Obviously, there's a game execution, the way that we are going to do this. Please, for example, you can use multiple choice, and you can allow them to cheat. For example, if you're going to give them some hints, remember you can do this, or I'll give you maybe 3 tries, or maybe you know what, because I like you, which you get a lot. I'm going to give you another try because I can hear like you really want this, and also I believe that through those 100 SMSs that you sent through, you should be in the running for this. I don't know, right? Okay, so let's have a look. We look at how to generate revenue by running promotions and competitions. This we know already. How are we going to do that? Right? One obviously the sponsor is going to give us the station money, but also we are going to, and we can find other ways of generating that revenue, right? So it could be off the back end of, let's say, products that are sold, but not. You see, here's now where it becomes a thing, right? We don't want to now hog a competition over. We're looking to generate revenue, one from the station as a once-off thing. We won't, because ads are paid for, the competition is paid for, the airtime's paid for, the digital content is paid for, everything's paid for, right? So we're going to make money off this, right? But then also we've got to push the client in such a way that they can also somehow make money for it. Remember, we don't promise the return on investment, but we give them the best opportunity to make some money. Right? Okay. Strengthen their business, whatever it may be. Right? This type of on-air content is really valuable to advertisers as well as marketers, because it's a person that I'm saying, so the DJ is already quote unquote influential as a voice and as a person to the listeners who already have listened to them all this time already, So this person has some kind of influence and authority in a way to be able to brainwash, for example, right? Convince this listener maybe they should think about changing to a different brand, like for example, go from Toyota to Honda. They're not going to say go like leave Toyota, but they'll promote Honda. And the thing is, because you've got the relationship with that particular presenter as a listener, you will listen to them more attentively, just like, for example, you would listen to your own mother or best friend or boyfriend or girlfriend, husband, wife, people that you trust, right? Promotions and competitions do improve listener loyalty because listeners stand to be satisfied immediately. So either by winning a prize or achieving recognition on air or online. So then we use Fabi to develop a content-based promotion. And the next step is to look at how much time you're going to need to execute the promotion in order to achieve the goal set, right? So just let me just finish the last point, and then I'll make my commentary. So here we go with a large scale promotion that utilizes a lot of types of media, festivals, concerts, etc., etc. We know we're going to be using maybe TV or print media. I'm saying digital and radio, audio, whatever it is. They will want to go to as many different avenues, right? That to promote the concert, to sell tickets, whatever it may be. In this sense, will require at least 3 months for listeners to commit to buying those tickets, for them to have enough time to actually pay for those tickets too, right? So you do start promoting, as we know, we've seen, let's say when big artists come here, we're going to hold our own, for example, this now Cotton Fest here that I'm going to show you. We would start promoting that, or we'd urge Cotton Fest, we'd urge big concerts or whatever to start promoting this 3 months, 4 months, 6 months in advance, because those tickets, 10 to 1 will be sold out quite quickly, right? The moment that they are on sale. And also we're building hype over. So what will happen also is when tickets are sold out, the people that run the concert or are so in charge, like I say, big concerts, etc., right, will have an extra amount of tickets, a large amount of extra tickets that they throughout those months that pass and are like as we run up to the particular concert will then issue 4 ticket giveaways to as we so almost again like a spike to make sure, oh, there's this possibility. I know it's like completely sold out, but we're going to try again because now we're not even going to pay for it. Never mind, we can get it for free. Okay, so I was going to make some commentary, right? So what we want to do with this is look at again, how do we plan? We need to plan long in advance for even approaching, let's say, a potential client or an advertiser, as I said to you before, with the marketing calendar, the station calendar, etc. And as obviously ideas do pop up within our community and within the feeder area. I said the feeder composite listeners areas attention, right, span. So it spans, let's say, Joburg or Gauteng, whatever. We got to be saying to ourselves as a station, man, can we get involved in this? It is upcoming and we need to get in this now so we can obviously solidify what we need to do and get it all done, as I've said to you before, right? So for smaller promotions, things like prize giveaways or talent appearances, you can build 2 to 3 weeks into your own plan. Activations much longer, as I said to you, about 5, 6 weeks. I think your textbook might even say, I think it says about 8, I think. But yeah, around about, let's say, 5 to 6 weeks will be the average time that an activation will be run. All right, but this will be long enough. This one here will be enough time to create hype and ensure that the giveaway moment is an exciting piece of content for once again the listeners to enjoy. So then each promotion needs to be linked to how much advertising revenue it is going to now generate. Okay, each promotion should have a price tag attached to it for the client. No amount of detail is too much in the plotting of a promotion. Be more prepared than for sure less prepared. I mean, why would you do that to yourself? So, in other words, you're going to say to me, well, how can you be more prepared? Like oversee certain circumstances, forecast maybe certain junctions or some obstacles or risks, in other words, right? That might hinder the competition or the quality of whatever it may be. For example, let's say you are doing a concert. If it is outside, you have to genuinely be worried about the weather. Okay. Because if you are associated to, let's say, the people that are bringing out these artists, man, then your name is also put at risk. What's a good, what good is a VIP ticket or a ticket if, let's say, you're going to be standing in the rain or whatever it may be. Now, this is a very high probability, but it's also a high impact risk it has on the quality of the person experiencing this. So what will you do? Will you make sure that there are people on hand to put up tents, this, that, coverage, whatever it is, so that the concert can just most carry on and people can have a good time, right? People don't mind if it's raining or it's windy, whatever it is, if you're watching a person you really love performing, but it would be really nice to have some kind of shelter, right? If it is storming down. So things like that. Is an addition to the I would say the expanse of your detail that you want to be able to include in your planning of the promotion. Right, every on-air moment should be planned out, sorry, with a checklist, right? So this ensures that obviously promotions go according to what was promised to the client. Okay, the client's going to get. Do I even have to say how upset the client will get if not if just one little thing that you have promised them is not done, right? Is not delivered otherwise, okay? All right. Anyway, so let's not carry on about that. When it comes to competition packages, we have to think of the pre-promotion, the on-air promotion, right, or the on and now promotion, and the post-competition promotion. So you know that pre-promotion, pre-competition promotion is how we're going to build up to, obviously how we execute, and then what shall we do to extend the awareness or extend again, kind of the advertising the brands, whatever it is in the media, by posting further, whatever it may be, right? So here's the breakdown of each of those 3 factors that we need to consider. So what's pre-competition promotion? You know what it is, but let's have a look at it, right? This includes approximately a week of short live reads or pre-recorded promotions that project, obviously, some like they throw forward, in other words, tease or project forward to the week when the competition will be executed. We know that we can do this online as well. We should do it, and we do it online as well to accompany that. That great awareness that we are going to start now. We are going to do this. Remember to tune in on the competition starts on this particular date, right? Exactly with the breakfast show on a Monday, or whatever it may be, right? This builds the audience up to listen out for the competition, provides a window of time for listeners to also enter and for participants to be pre-screened. Now that's so. Now this now is debatable now, because now you're going to say to me, but we're pre-promoting the promotion, so are entries, like, are they actually active just yet? I can't say to you yes or no, because there's so many different types of variants of competitions out there. There isn't one strict rule or structure that we can guide you in. But you do understand. I mean, once the competition's active, that should also mean that it's active. In other words, it's open for business, right? So the audience can participate, etc. If it is pre-promotion, then what we do is we are going to start saying, yeah, like, I mean, we're going to give this car away, and we see like one of the DJs that said driving in it because it's going to be given away on their show, whatever it may be. And this is when it starts, and this is going to be how this is going to be how you win it. Okay, let me get my English correct. I'm actually, yeah, I'm speaking a little too fast. Anyway, all right. So this builds. Okay, so every competition moment is also pre-screened to keep the content flowing and to ensure the participants are ready to enable, right, to participate, right. Remember what I said to you about us being able to make sure that we get the correct person? Yes, for the winning moment was that particular context that I was talking about. But we also need to make sure that if we are going to put someone on air, whatever, again, this for me, this here, okay, pre-competition, this is happening actually. If you're going to be talking to callers and pre-screening them or whatever it is, like, you are actually in this mode here, on air promotion, like the actual week of the competition. So please, like, as much as your textbook says one thing, you have to consider that this doesn't really make complete sense unless it actually is within the active realm. Okay, callers are pre-screened to prepare them for being contacted by the station. That does make sense if we are considering people, let's say, that are entering online, or we have their details, whatever it is, want to make them aware that they could be, let's say, called, or whatever it may be. Right, certain products and services requires radio stations to pre-screen people for their validity and their legitimacy. Excuse me, validity and legitimacy. I must open my mouth. Oh man, that was a struggle. Okay, so yeah, so this is, so this. I mean, come now. A person mustn't now, someone that's won before, whatever it is going to now try and fake this. They're going to use their mother's name with her ID number, whatever it may be. Like, I suppose there aren't really ways to maybe avoid that. I'm saying if they have won before now and they are now trying to win again within the 3 month limit, right? So the people are scaly and they're shady in many different ways. But also the big thing is, for example, if it's a person that's underage, that is really, I mean, honestly, like, they're not allowed to win alcohol. They can't be like at a concert alone. They can't, because we now are. I mean, we have full accountability for that, and if we are found to give them something like that, and they do somehow land up like drunk in the streets or whatever it may be, then who's going to be blamed? Not that particular underage kid. Like, we are in a lot of trouble, man. So again, you got to check that the terms and conditions are actually met. Ensure that you have secured prizes before you actually begin the competition. As I said to you before, the client will give you all the money, or they will supply you with like a confirmed validation of the experience, the tickets and the money and the hotels and then this and that, or whatever it is, or the car is now, it's there, it's done, it's paid off by, or it's given by it's written off, should I say, right, by whoever it is that's giving away the car, right? Okay. So the on-air promotion is the second bit there. So the actual week of the competition. Now promotions should be running all around, like all the time. Make sure that you listen because here's what our last winner sounded like, right? And then obviously you play kind of a donut promo around that, etc., etc. Right. Okay. So we want to really, really push a ton of obviously interaction, a lot of entries, and really make once again the client happy at the end of the day, right? Encourage people who have entered unsuccessfully to try again at another time or day, and also to motivate listeners who haven't entered yet to actually try their luck, right? So here's the competition entry process, or here the competition entry process is also executed, obviously, on air during those scheduled times. That is decided upon, guess what? Obviously, the briefing, the client, and then the sales team, and the marketing team, etc., etc. Right. The programming team, as did I say programming? They must have said it right. The On Now campaign period is usually supported by both the radio stations and the client's social media and web platform, right? So the post promotion, you know that, right? We are going to take what we have in terms of media and make sure that we extend the awareness of the competition longer, right? Specifically online, right? If a competition has been particularly successful and caused a lot of hype, the stations will often package highlights of the competition and run them after the competition ends, right? It's kind of doesn't really make sense to play them more than 1 week after because people are like, oh, it's over now, we don't care. Right, okay. But if it's on social media, because the thing is that now they're getting the car, now they're spending their money, now they are overseas. That is perfect. Like, that makes total sense to cover, right? And even let's say in post, let's say promotion, I can speak to the person that's won again tickets to the Oscars or the Grammys or to a concert, whatever it is. Tell us what it's like in New York. Tell us what it's like in whatever it is, Tokyo, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where we're sending them, right? Like we're phoning them from the cruise ship. We're phoning them from their like we're literally going to do a live of them doing the shopping spree right now, whatever it is, with one of our presenters right there to cover it, etc., etc., or with an outside broadcast to make sure that people are coming into the store to watch this chaos unfolding. Because never mind one, but three people have one, like let's say 3 minutes around the store to pack as many things as they can into their trolleys, and it's all for free, whatever it may be. I loved that as a kid. So they used to do that with Toys R Us, and you would watch like the kid would have. It's not a minute. I think it's maybe it's a bit more. I think you can do a lot in a minute, right? Um, uh, but and so the kid would just go like dash. It would be amazing. You'd be so jealous as a kid, right? But anyway, they would just throw in everything in the aisle. Boom! They go for exactly what they wanted, like the gaming consoles and the big, really expensive, toys or whatever it is. They just chuck it in. You can do a lot in 60 seconds. Anyway, my point is, like for a viewer slash listener, whatever it is, and a viewer on social media, this is super entertaining, man. And so yeah, definitely one of those particular opportunities to showcase what we do post promotion, right? Okay. So, okay, the last few days after the competition closes, and this ensures that any listeners who do not listen or do not listen at the same time every day are aware that it has ended. The promotion can also be covered on the website, once again, social media, to reach a wide audience and spread the message thoroughly, right? Okay, or yeah. I don't know what other word to use. I don't want to say wider again because I just said that. All right, anyway, throughout all three phases of the competition period, there will be a generic 30-second spot that will play. There'll also be live reads, there'll be this and that, there'll be billboards, there'll be everything that we want to do, that you'll see now in the example so you can get a better idea as to what this is that you see in your textbook, and you'll see it practically now. but the station will also have a plan up to a certain value, that they will offer to the client as part of the competition package, so that the client can communicate their brand messaging and product or service promotion over the same period as the competition. So this further obviously enforces brand messaging, makes our connection better. The client is happy. They probably 10 to 1 will come back and, you know, advertise with us again, because we gave them a really high quality service, right? And just to summarize, like, these are the elements that a competition package does include: pre-promotion or pre-competition promotion spots on air or on now, right? Competition promotions or spots, competition requirements, so live on now executions, interviews if it's relevant, generic spots that are run throughout the day, and digital support, web banners, competition pages, digital entry forms, tweets, posts, shares, likes, etc., etc., etc. Right? Okay, so you can use any of the 4 promotions that you find on this particular one page here. You can go through any one of these, right? That there are so many we didn't cover in class, and that are left open, predominantly the shorter ones that you can use, right, to just go and analyze it for its play along factor. What do you think? Tell me about it in the next class where I do see you. But I do want to stop the share over there, and I want to show you. Let's go through this one now. Okay, so go open up yours as well. Just so that you can follow along, or just view the video, I suppose, and follow along in that case. But do open it up for yourself so you can see the entire competition. So this is Get Your Cotton On at Cotton Fest, right? 2025 with YFM. So in a nutshell, what is the competition about? The Cotton Fest 2025 is here. The annual music festival is back with urban music and a fashion explosion, and will feature over 160 of South Africa's finest young musical talent. And let me just take out it's my false tooth, my denture, that is really giving me problems, just pronunciations. All right, here we go. All right. YFM is giving 5 double VIP tickets and 5,000 Rand cash to 5 lucky winners who answer a question about our featured Cotton Fest artists on the Drive show. Here's the live read. So Cotton Fest 2025 is here. The annual music festival is back with urban music and a fashion. Nope, let me try this again. The annual music festival is back with urban music and a fashion explosion, and will feature over 160 of South Africa's finest young musical talent. Founded to showcase the diversities in various popular music genres with the aim of fusing the gaps within the different local movements. The event platform also celebrates fashion and sport. Cotton Fest 2025 taking place in the inner city on Saturday, the 4th of February. Right. For tickets, visit Web Tickets and Pick and Pay outlets nationwide. For all information and the confirmed lineup, go to cottonfest.co.za. Follow Cotton Fest online at Cotton Fest SA on all platforms. Cotton Fest 2025, powered by YFM and Trace Urban. Right. So this is the produced commercial. So now this is what will be then the 30-second spot that plays out. This is the live read we just went through. So you'll see obviously repetitiveness from the information you've already seen, but now I've slightly altered it to match something that we would like to, that will be audibly, saying produced wise, it'll sound a bit better. It will match that, as opposed to, let's say, a live read, right, which we just had before here, right? Okay, so in the commercial itself, you're going to get obviously a voiceover artist, sound engineer is there, the copywriter is there to obviously direct this, the execution, and so on and so forth. All right, get your cotton on with Cotton Fest 2025. Powered by YFM and Trace Urban, the annual music festival is back with urban music and a fashion explosion, and will feature over 160 of South Africa's finest young musical talent. Taking place in the inner city on Saturday, the 4th of Feb. The festival will once again merge both established and young emerging local talents performing live across 3 energy-packed stages. Win yourself double tickets, double VIP tickets, and 5,000 Rand daily, Monday to Friday, all next week. So this is the pre-promotion, eh? All next week with Ayanda between 3 and 6 o'clock as she interviews featured artists performing at this year's festival. Text your name, surname, and ID number to 32992. And Ayanda could be calling and making you a winner. Cotton Fest 2025. Get your cotton on. So, this is the pre-promotion we spoke about, right? Because it speaks about all next week. You're going to see how it changes now. So, let's do Monday. This is what Ayanda would get, right? So, she gets this. She walks into the studio. She's got a bunch of, obviously, these briefings around it. She's got her own prep, etc., etc. This she has to do exactly as it is lined up here. So at 6:10, she's going to play the Cotton Fest promo opener. Then she's going to do the live read, this one over here. Right? And live read. Here's her instructions. So the DJ must mention Uncle Waffle's real name, which is Lungelichle Zwane, right? In the interview that she has with Uncle Waffles on air. She's going to now read. Win double VIP tickets and 5,000 Rand daily, Monday to Friday, all this week. See how it's changed. I'll be chatting to a featured artist at this year's festival. Listen well, because if you have sent us your name, your surname, and your ID number to 32992, I could be calling you just after 4:30, right? And asking you a question based on the chat that we have with our artist today. In studio, we do have Uncle Waffles. She goes on. It says run interview, 4 minutes maximum. We're going to play Uncle Waffles Wadibusa, right? And the winner is already sent to us by the sales department. They say they've chosen Sikle Mduduza 0845432343. So let's say Ayanda gets her on the line, or her producer will get her on the line. While she's sitting there and waiting, we come back obviously with another link and say play the Cotton Fest opener once again. Take the caller to air and create some banter. The DJ must have some competency, please. That's their whole job, to be like, oh, Sikle, like, I love that name. It's my mother's name. So, etc., etc. Okay. I can hear it in your voice. Like, you're super excited because there's 160 plus massive artists at this year's Cotton Fest. It's Cotton Fest, right? 2025. I can't even ask you who you want to or who is your favorite. There's too many to choose from. But I can ask you, who is your favorite radio station? And she goes, YFM. And who's your favorite DJ? Oh, yeah, no, why not? Right. First of all, Sikle, like, I have a qualifying question which you must answer correctly, please, for you to then qualify, right? Or for me to further ask you the winning question, right? To have yourself those VIP tickets. So give us any of this year's sponsors. So she can choose. Here's the answer. She can choose from any of these. Puma, right? Jägermeister, Simrol, Voos. I think it's Voos, right? Oros, Red Bull, Aduzi, Spotify, Clipdrift, Count Pushkin, right? No, that vodka that kills you. Fourth Street Wine Hunters, NBA Africa, anything, right? Fantastic, great. Now I can ask you the question to get you those tickets. What is Uncle Waffle's real name? The answer, Sikli will say, oh, that's Lungilikle Zwane, because she knows that, right, from the interview here. So Ayanda must be like, listen, Uncle Waffles, I know that it's going to take away from the magic, but we need to know your real name. Tell us it. You're going to say about it's Lungilikle Zwane. And then you're going to say, okay, so Lungilikle, we know means X, Y, and Z, right? And Zwane is obviously your family name. How's the Zwane family? It's already pushing, making sure that listener gets that this person's name is that. They don't know the question yet, but they know if they've been listening to the interview, which I'm sorry, you can't just give away something this big for nothing, right? They must listen, they must answer correctly, right? The moment so we can give her some hints if necessary, but when she guesses correctly, we will play the winner Cotton On at Cotton Fest jingle, right? So you won this, whatever, and then Ayanda must say this. Congratulations, Sihle. You've just won yourself 2 VIP tickets to Cotton Fest 2025. And come on, Chris. And 5,000 Rand cash courtesy of YFM and Trace Urban. Enjoy the day with performances by artists like DJ Maporiza, MT, and A Reese, and well, pretty much 160 more. Don't forget to also visit the Tuck Shop Retail Fashion Store, the unconventional sports area with the live skateboard competitions, the half court basketball court, and the live art installation. Cotton Fest, get your cotton on, and then we play the Cotton Fest advert, which was over here. This produced commercial spot script, right? So can you see we're pushing, Cotton Fest. We also will Trace Urban. Trace Urban will be mentioned in there because obviously they are the ones that are giving us all of this, right? Okay, and so that is how that's how you build a great, obviously, briefing, fully fledged. Everything ties in together quite nicely because I said to you before, man, like your the execution or the mechanism, right, in which you win must have something to do with what you are giving away. It doesn't make any sense because your client's going to be like, what are you doing, man? Like what you need to be is focusing on me. Focus on me. But let's say, for example, and you'll see that here, there'll be different closes that are different, obviously, qualifying questions. Did I say this over here? Let's say no, the sponsors. I just want to see if no, I kept the same for sponsors are pushed. But you'll see that here. You see that changes, and then we go and cover a couple more. Cosmos and Stormpy will be there. Again, different people that are obviously going to be there. I'm saying it'll be in studio, and then there we go. Okay, obviously 25K, Big Zulu, and a whole lot more. All right, and then you see that again, Durban Gogo, MT as well as etc. And then again, as I said, and so this was just additional. So and obviously you're not gonna see the prep for this, but here's how you continue with this. So we will be now there at Cotton Fest, right? Saturday, the Top 40 show will broadcast live from Cotton Fest 2025. There will be further instruction sheets and briefings and whatever it is that will be. 4 links will be artist interviews. 4 links will be promotional. 4 links will be generic teasers and housekeeping. And 4 links will be snap giveaways for Cotton Fest merch to fans at the festival. All right, I'm just gonna let me just see whether or not. Okay, I'll go fix this here now. You don't have to be here for that. All right, I'm gonna stop that share right there and just quickly fix that briefing just so that it says and not add. Okay, and I hope you learned something. All right, see you for the last week of class next